John Travolta has spent decades in the public eye, becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. From his unforgettable performances in Saturday Night Fever and Grease to his later career reinventions, audiences have watched him evolve both professionally and personally. But behind the charm and confidence lies a life shaped by both success and deeply personal challenges. As he moves through his 70s, there's a growing sense that he is no longer defined solely by his career. Instead, he appears to be focusing more on what brings him peace and meaning. His journey reflects something many people can relate to: the quiet process of reassessing life after loss, fame, and years of public scrutiny. Rather than dramatic declarations, his story today is told through small, intentional choices, early beliefs, and personal foundations. Like many people in their early 20s, Travolta explored ideas that helped him build confidence and direction. Over time, his beliefs became an important part of how he approached both life and work. He often spoke about finding structure and clarity during the early stages of his career, when uncertainty was high and success was far from guaranteed. Those formative years played a role in shaping his resilience and focus. For decades, he appeared consistent in his outlook, and those close to him saw this as part of his identity. However, as life unfolded, especially through personal experiences, it's natural that perspectives evolve. What once feels central can slowly shift into the background. Travolta's journey reflects that very human process, holding on to what works, letting go of what doesn't, and gradually redefining what truly matters as circumstances change. The loss that changed everything. In 2009, Travolta faced one of the most devastating experiences any parent can endure: the loss of his son. It was a deeply painful moment that reshaped his world in ways that are difficult to fully understand from the outside. Grief of that magnitude doesn't simply pass. It becomes something a person learns to carry. For Travolta, this loss brought a noticeable shift in how he approached life. Friends and observers noted that he became more reserved, more reflective, and more protective of his personal space. Public appearances became less frequent, and when he did step into the spotlight, there was a quieter presence about him. This period marked the beginning of a more inward-focused chapter, where family and emotional healing took precedence over the demands of fame and public life. Navigating grief in the public eye. Grieving is never easy, but doing so under constant public attention adds another layer of difficulty. Travolta's personal loss unfolded while the world watched, analyzed, and speculated. This kind of exposure can make it harder to process emotions naturally, as every detail risks becoming a headline. Despite this, he maintained a level of dignity and privacy that many admired. He chose not to engage with speculation or respond to every narrative that emerged. Instead, he focused on protecting his family and honoring his son's memory in a personal way. Over time, this approach seemed to reinforce a pattern in his life, stepping back from unnecessary noise and focusing on what truly mattered. It also highlighted his resilience, showing how he managed to navigate both grief and public life without losing his sense of self. Love, partnership, and shared strength. Travolta's relationship with Kelly Preston was a central part of his life for many years. Their partnership was often described as grounded and supportive, something not always easy to maintain in the entertainment industry. Together, they built a family and created a sense of stability that helped balance the pressures of fame. Their connection appeared genuine, rooted in shared values and mutual respect. Through life's ups and downs, they remained a united front, supporting each other both publicly and privately. This bond became even more meaningful during challenging times as they leaned on one another for strength. Their story serves as a reminder that even in a world filled with constant attention, it's possible to build something real and lasting. Another chapter of loss. In 2020, Travolta faced another profound loss with the passing of Kelly Preston. This moment marked a turning point in his life, not just emotionally, but also in how he approached the future. Losing a life partner brings a different kind of silence, one that changes the rhythm of everyday life. For Travolta, This meant adjusting to a new reality while continuing to support his children. He expressed gratitude for the care and support his family received, focusing on appreciation rather than public reflection. Observers noticed a shift in his priorities as he became more focused on family and personal well-being. This period reinforced the idea that life can change unexpectedly, and how we respond often shapes the path forward in ways we never anticipated. A more private and intentional life. In recent years, Travolta has embraced a quieter lifestyle. His public appearances have become more selective, and his social media presence reflects simple, meaningful moments rather than grand statements. Whether spending time with his children or enjoying everyday activities, there's a sense of calm that defines this stage of his life. He appears more intentional about how he uses his time, choosing experiences that bring genuine joy rather than external validation. This shift doesn't mean stepping away completely from his career, but rather approaching it differently. He continues to work, but on his own terms, prioritizing balance over ambition. It's a transition many people experience as they grow older, moving from constant activity to thoughtful presence, where quality matters more than quantity. Career without pressure. Travolta's approach to his career today feels refreshingly relaxed. Unlike earlier years, where roles may have carried higher expectations, he now seems to choose projects based on personal interest rather than external pressure. This change reflects a deeper sense of confidence, no longer needing to prove anything to the industry or the audience. He still connects with fans, attends events, and celebrates the legacy of his work, but without the intensity that once defined his career. Moments like revisiting iconic roles show that he appreciates his past without being confined by it. This balance allows him to enjoy both his achievements and his present life. It's a reminder that success doesn't always mean istimrar. Sometimes it means knowing when to slow down and simply enjoy what you've built. Family at the center. Today, Travolta's world revolves largely around his children. His role as a father appears to guide many of his decisions, shaping how he spends his time and energy. Supporting their growth, encouraging their interests, and being present in their lives has become a clear priority. This focus brings a sense of purpose that goes beyond career or public image. It also reflects the lessons learned through loss, the understanding that time with loved ones is irreplaceable. By creating a stable and supportive environment, he is building a foundation that emphasizes connection and care. These everyday moments, though simple, carry deep meaning. They represent a life that has been reshaped not by external expectations, but by the values that matter most. A quiet evolution. At this stage in his life, Travolta seems to be evolving in a way that doesn't require public explanation. Rather than making bold statements, he allows his actions to speak for him. The changes in his lifestyle, priorities, and outlook suggest a person who is continually learning and adapting. This kind of growth often happens quietly, shaped by personal experience rather than external influences. His journey reflects resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to move forward while honoring the past. For those who have followed his career, this chapter offers a different perspective, one that highlights the human side of a well-known figure. Ultimately, his story is not just about fame or success, but about navigating life's challenges and finding a sense of peace along the way.